Chapter 1, 1. You are listening at FameTV.info. 7 years old, the night she fell into the water for the first time in her life, Lelia found herself reincarnated into the novel. When she fell into the water, she thought she was going to die. Fortunately, a nearby child saved her, and the priests tried to blow her up. She woke up spouting water like a whale. The priests tried to take her to the ward, but Lelia desperately said it was all right before returning to the room. She washed up with hot water, changed her clothes, and trembled. She was not drowned and her secret was not discovered. She was saved miraculously, but she kept shivering, barely laying on the blanket, curled up like a rock. She finally fell asleep. The next day the priests came again to visit her room. They didn't know what to do in front of her, who had just woken up from her sleep, fearing that this would be known as Lelia's home country. Lelia, who was staring vacantly at the priest, recalled the dream she had last night. Her previous life appeared in the dream. In her previous life she was a patient. She lay in bed and waited for the day to die. Being a patient lying down all day, she didn't have much to do. It was all about reading novels and playing games. Repeatedly playing games and reading romance novels all day long, was what she used to do in her past life. That's what happened one day. The death that she had been waiting for all along, finally came. The moment she died, she seemed to feel a little freedom with fear. And she prayed, if she were to be reborn, let her be reincarnated in the alchemy game, alchemy lottery, which she was playing. It was a ridiculous prayer, but her wish for reincarnation was no less than a fulfillment. But why was she in a novel? If you listened to my prayers, you should have listened it properly. Instead of the game protagonist, she reincarnated as a character in a novel. The path that she has lived from the moment she was born till now, will be no different from the flow of the original story. It's a good reason to speculate that not every day of her life was recorded in the novel. Her role was not a big role, but a supporting role. She was even going to die in the middle of the story. Even if she didn't think her life was special, she could never think of a supporting role in a novel where someone else was the main character. She felt betrayed by life. Her feelings were relieved, even after feeling more uncomfortable. It's good to know in advance. Now that she is 7 years old, she still has a lot of time left before her death. Well, Your Highness, Prince Leo, are you really okay? Ah. After being absent-minded, she turned to the still, mumbling priests. The prince looked lifeless after the drowning incident. He was a prince who was rumored to be weak. The crown prince almost died by drowning, so if high-ranking officials come to know about it, they all will be dead. Lelia let out a false cough. I'm okay, you all can leave now. Oh, I see. But if you need us, call us anytime. The priests nodded, slightly lowered their heads and left the room. Lelia, who was left alone, looked inside the gorgeous room. It was familiar until yesterday. Maybe because she recalled my past life, everything now felt unfamiliar. Anyways, I am reincarnated in a novel. Her mood again became unpleasant as she recalled her own future in this novel. Someone has decided her future at will. That's also very trivial. I don't want to die again. You want me to die at an early age when I'm a terminally ill patient. I'll never die. It was not difficult to avoid death anyway. In the novel, he tripped and drowned in the Wangxiang pond. If he doesn't go sightseeing near the pond, that's it. Yeah, it's gonna be okay, but there's a problem. Now she is in this sacred neutral territory as crown prince, pretending to be a man, deceiving people. Listen to the full novel at FameTV.info, direct link in the description.